Hey y'all, Sam here with Graham's Rustic Farmhouse. We are going to grungy up this jar. This is a Prego jar, and we're going to get it nice and nasty. So we're going to go in with some Mod Podge, and we're going to like dabble this on, not brush it on. And we're going to do this over the whole entire jar. I don't always do my bottoms. If I do my bottoms, then I'll wait until the rest of the jar dries, and then I'll go in and do the bottoms of my jars. But I don't always do the bottoms, and I didn't in this with this one. So just get you a nice layer of Mod Podge on there. If y'all aren't following me yet, please be sure you go hit that button and do so that you can stay up to date with all my latest crafts, projects, and more. We would love to have you over here, y'all. Especially if you're into fake bakes or primitive, rustic things, then this just might be the place for you. So we're going to go in with some cinnamon, and we're going to sprinkle this all over the whole entire jar. Then we're going to go back on top of that cinnamon with our Mod Podge. You really want to pat this. Don't pull it. You want to pat it. But you need to make sure you get it really good, nice and wet. This part can take a little bit of time. But make sure you get each area really, really well. Okay, so now we're going to go back on top of that and layer us some cinnamon again. So same process. Now we're going to go in with some instant coffee. Nothing fancy, y'all. I get mine from the Dollar Tree. So just pour you out some instant coffee. And then I just take the lid and kind of crunch it up to get it more fine. And then we're just going to cover this whole entire jar again, but with the instant coffee. And then go back on top of that with your Mod Podge once more. And then we will let this dry overnight. You can take like a heat gun to it and try to help it a little bit, but when I do my grubby candles or jars, I always do it at night, so that I have all night for it to dry on its own. I feel that it does better that way, so that's just my opinion, and that's just how I do it. I love this part because it starts to crystallize. The wet spots up there, it's starting to crystallize. Like that Mod Podge activates that coffee grunge, and it's just so awesome to watch. So here it is, and we're going to leave it alone, set it to the side, and let that dry. We're going to take our top here to our lid, or our can, and this is some muslin that I coffee stained and just left out to dry, and we're going to put this over top of our lid. And then this is a 3-inch. I use, I don't know if it's a 6-inch normally, but this is a 3-inch, and I actually think I really like this size better, but I get these off Amazon. I'll get the link for you. And then we're going to take this bulb off and use this silicone bulb. And I also get these off of Amazon. I will link everything for you guys on my page, and so that, you can go and find you some as well. I love these things. Tracy Campbell introduced us to these, and I love them. Now, I could leave the top like this because the candle actually covers all of the wording and stuff. So I could leave it like this, but I want to add the muslin. And I want this to be very primitive and plain. A lot of my other candles, I add greenery and all the things too. But I want to leave this one nice and plain, like the real primitive kind of look. So we're going to go with some E6000. This is going to be our permanent glue adhesive. And we're going to go around the outside of this, and then in the middle, we're going to put hot glue because you don't want to mix your glues. So in the middle, we'll put our hot glue to just be, you know, temporary hold for now. And then we're going to add that muslin on top of our lid. We're going to go back with the E6000 and put that in the middle now, just because I want it to hold the bulk of that candle, and then go around the outer edges with our hot glue. And sit our candle on top of there and just hold that for a couple of minutes. I love the glow of these candles, y'all. I love them so much. So this is what it looks like so far. And then this is the next day, and this is how it looks dry. It's still a little bit tacky on the bottom where it was sitting, but this is what it looks like dry. And we're going to start adding on our top. It was sticky on the bottom, y'all, so it kept wanting to stick to that wax paper. And then I'm just going to pleat the muslin down and hot glue that. I'm not great at pleating, y'all, but I did the best I could. And I just left it like that because I wanted a very simple, primitive one. And I love her. I don't know. I feel like she's kind of missing a little something. I don't know. I can't quite figure out what it is. But all in all, I love it. And I appreciate y'all watching this tutorial. And I'll see you on the next one.